over today some scripts on some specific objection handling. All right. So on this prospecting adventures, all right, I want to see who's on here. Let me see. If you're in this chat and you can hear me, hold on. No, you guys can't hear me. Hello? Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me now? Wanted to see. Can you guys hear me? How about now? Anel, can you hear me? Awesome. Anel. Perfect. Can you guys see me? Let me see. Can you guys hear me in, let me see, in this world here? Check, mic check, mic check. Hello, mic check. Want to make sure we're good. Audio. Hello, hello, hello. Perfect. So guys, we're going to go over today some very common objections that are messed up. Okay. Some objections that are completely messed up. And that's why you're struggling with closing deals. Okay. We're going to go over these five here, which is I'm not ready to list yet. Okay. I'm not ready to list yet because I'm going to tell you guys this. So you know, if you guys objection handle with a statement, you're going to lose. Okay. You lower your status when you objection handle with a statement. So you want to be curious. Whenever someone tells you no, you always want to be curious no matter what. So you want to discover, you want to find out what's going on with them. And some big objection that people mess up is the I'm not ready to list yet, or I've had bad experiences with other realtors, okay? Or I can sell it myself is one. Also, I want to think it over is another one that people mess up. And also your commission is too high. So let's go over these because you're going to see simply saying, "Oh, I understand, but you get what you pay for." Or what's another response here you get? Your commission is too high. Let me see. I want to think it over. People say, "Okay, take your time and let me know if you have any questions or whenever you're ready." Or I can sell it myself. Selling on your own can be hard. Let me show you why using me is better. You're messing up. If you're talking like that, you're lowering your status. Okay, you're putting them on the defensive, and you're showing that you don't care about them with those statements. Okay. So you have to look at objection handling. So level one coaching, what we do in Habit University is we get agents to build the habit of prospecting in 21 days. Then the evolution of that is now they get better, they have better conversations on the phone. Okay. Because yes, you can call all day, but if your conversations suck, they're not going to trust you. They're not going to want to do business with you. And also, you hear a lot of agents just lower their status, completely lower their status on the phone, and they sound needy. They sound desperate. So definitely, guys, let's go into this right now. If you guys don't know who we are, we are the real estate agent habit coaches. We help you build the habit of prospecting in 21 days. Okay. And we brought behavioral science into real estate. That's what we do. Very simple as to what we do, because you can have all the tools to be successful, but if your habits suck, it doesn't matter. Okay. So we brought behavioral science into real estate. We help you build that habit. And then we also, as part of the evolution of what you become, is you have to learn how to speak on the phone. And that's what I want to help you out with. So I'm going to grab the content of our paid coaching program and I'm bringing it here. If you guys want a copy of this, just shoot me a text message and say, "Hey, Andy, I want a copy of these, of what you're covering, of these." We call it our behavioral communication method. So using behavioral science of how to respond. All right. So let's quickly go over it, guys. So it's very simple. So the first example that people, that they struggle with is, "I'm not ready to list yet." Okay. People say, "Andy, I'm not ready to list yet." All right. That's going to be an issue. "I'm not ready to list yet." If you respond with, "Okay, I'll follow up with you in a few weeks." Guys, if you respond like that, it leaves the ball on their court and you lose control. All right. You lose control of the conversation and you'll never hear from the prospect again because you've never realized why they don't want to list yet. You don't have any reason why they don't. You don't care. And that's what the client is hearing when you say, "Okay, I'll call you later." And you think you're being nice. That's the thing. Being nice can be a problem. Okay. Too friendly or too salesy can be a problem. All right. I'm not going to say you need to change, but you need to have structure to your conversations. Okay. So what you would want to say, and we break our objections into three questions always. All right. Once we start getting into the ninja status of prospecting, you want to break your objections into three questions. Okay. So if they give you an objection, you're going to ask questions. Okay. You get rejection, you ask a question always. Don't give a response. This was hard for me to do. My coach had to rewire me. It took months for me to finally learn to get over my old patterns because I can be very like one-liners right back at you type of thing. And that's not good when it comes to cold calling and closing. So not good at all. So if they say, "Hey Andy, I'm not ready to list yet," you want to have a connection question and say, "Hey, I understand." Right? But look at the voice I'm using. I understand. Um, so what's your biggest concern about listing right now? Do you guys see what I'm doing there where I'm going down towards the end, right? The downswing, more of a down tempo towards the end of that conversation there of my tone? Because I want to be curious as to what's going on. All right. This disarms the prospect by acknowledging their hesitancy as to why they don't want to go ahead and list and invites them to share with you really what's holding them back. Because why you can't call them back if you don't know why they're holding off. Why would you put a to-do list of call this person back next year, next month, if you don't even know why they're selling or not? They're just saying those things to get you off the phone and you fall for it and you think you're being nice and they're just like, dude, I'm never calling that person again. What a joke. Because if you can't even earn their respect as a sales professional on the phone, what makes you think that they're going to trust you with negotiating 50 or $80,000 off of a sales price? Okay, guys. So these are things you need to keep in mind, right? So after you ask that question, you want to ask, okay, so what were your original plans for selling? Have those changed over the past few months? Where are you at? Okay, great. So I'm getting, if you guys want to copy this, I'll give you guys the layout. Just shoot me a text. My number is 305-916-9000. Just shoot me a text message. Go, Andy, send me the BCM method, the 5 questions on I had a bad experience with realtors. I can sell it myself, which is great for FISBOs. I want to think it over, and your commission is too high. If you guys want this framework, go right ahead and just shoot me a text, 305-916-9000. All right. Now, the second question is good. Check this out. Actually, we'll go to the third one. I can sell it myself. This is a good one for FISBOs. If you call FISBOs, this is really good. If you say, well, selling on your own can be hard, let me show you why hiring me is better. Don't say that. Stop. All right. They put their guard up, put the defense up. You have commission breath. Stop. What you want to say is, that makes total sense. You want to sit next to them, right? That makes total sense. Now, what's been the most challenging part of selling on your own so far? Boom. This acknowledges their efforts and encourages them to open up about the difficulties, all right, that they're facing. And it makes it easier for them into offering help. All right. It makes it easier for you to offer help because they're going to be open with you. Be like, man, it's just a ton of people. I can't. The appointment setting is just overwhelming. People are flaking on me, whatever it is, right? So remember, your tone, your cadence has a lot to do with this also, like the way you're saying things, okay? So you want to say, okay, that makes total sense. Now, what's been the most challenging part of selling on your own so far? They tell you, all right. Now, how has that affected your timeline or the price you were hoping to get? Right? This now starts getting them thinking about their timeline, right? You want to help build internal pressure with them. Okay. So, guys, these are questions to keep the discovery phase going, keep them on the phone. This is how you build rapport with people and trust with people, not because they like you only. No, because they also trust you because you're handling yourself like a professional. This is called the behavioral communication method. Remember, this is sales psychology, recent sales psychology, not sales psychology from 1998, which is what I hear a lot of these agents using. No offense, 98. I was a junior in high school, so I wasn't that young. All right. I want to think it over. Here's a good one. And here's a big one where people mess up. Okay, okay. Hey, take your time and let me know if you have any questions. Wow. Like, really? Like, if you say that, this response doesn't address the agent being forgotten. Sorry. This response doesn't address the real question behind the delay, and it often leads to the agent being forgotten or ignored. So I'm reading my notes here, and I'm gonna share this with you. If you want it, shoot me a text, and I'll shoot you my notes. Okay. The prospect isn't being encouraged to explore their hesitations or move forward. Remember, you as the sales professional need to help them discover why they want to do things. Sometimes people say no because they don't know. So it's your job to help them understand what it is that's happening. Okay. So you would want to say, "Oh my gosh, I understand. You want to think it over. Just so I can help you best, what is it exactly that you need to think over?" That's much better than saying, "Why?" Why sounds defensive. Why sounds like it's just lazy, guys. Okay. I get it. That was me until I got a coach. And I'm like, "Ben, I don't want to talk this much. Why? I want to get to the point." No, you need to learn how to speak and discover and ask the right questions. Okay. And then they'll ask you, and then, "Hey, what is it about this property or the offer that's making you hesitate? Is it the location, the price?" So you'll see my notes, right? There's three questions to every question. All right. And then the last one is, "Your commission is too high." This is a good one. People say, "Oh my gosh, your commission is too high." John, hey, thank you so much. This is great. No, absolutely. Shoot me a text, John. My number is 305-916-9000. Actually, I'll just shoot it here in the chat. 305. Just shoot me a text. I do not respond to phone calls. Just go ahead and just shoot me a text and go, "Hey man, Andy, shoot me those ninja scripts." Because this is behavioral science scripts. These are not the scripts we give out for free. These are the scripts that we do in our coaching. But as for coming here as a thank you, I'm just going to give them to you. Okay. And the question also will be, because you need to learn, like I said, level one is you do the habit of prospecting. Great. But then level two is you need to know how to speak to people. Okay. This is sales here. All right. Now, your commission is too high. That's a big one. Your commission is too high. And if you say, "You know what? I totally understand, but you get what you pay for." Don't say that. You sound defensive. You sound like a rookie. That was probably cool 30 years ago. I get it. I used to say that. I used to be this witty. I have a one liner. I got you. That's not good for sales. It's not. It's actually not good in life. I'm realizing more and more. You don't want to speak this way. Even with your wife and your husband and your kids, you want to explore. Like, really? So what would you like to do? Right? I'm telling you, this is like a life lesson. I should probably get into life coaching actually. So awesome. You guys are shooting me text messages. I'm getting them now. Wendy, I'll get back to you guys. Awesome. And Ellie too. Okay. So your commission is too high. What you want to do is, remember, you always want to absorb the objection and acknowledge it. Fellas, this will help you out with women in your life. Acknowledge it. By the way, but I like to be acknowledged too. So it's not a man or woman thing, but it does help out. Acknowledge it and say, "I understand," right? And go, "I understand." Oh, sorry, I read the wrong one. Say, "I hear you." Just so I understand, what specifically are you comparing my commission rate to? By the way, do you see my pause? How I paused? Here, "I hear you." You hear how my voice dropped? "I hear you." Now, just so I understand, you see my pause, my cadence. You guys, you have to be this way. If it doesn't come natural to you, it's okay. Don't feel like an imposter. This is called learning sales. And if you don't know how to learn, you have now your cadence may not be my cadence. You slowing down is not the way I slow down. I'm like an 8 or a 9 in velocity. I had to slow down to like a 7 or a 6. If I slow down to a 2, that will sound so awkward. If I go, "So what specific?" Stop. No. What I'm talking about is adjusting up or down 1 or 2 notches. Okay. Your notches will be different than mine, right? Everyone's got different cadences. All right. But they need to sense a slowdown so they can do it. So it sounds authentic to them and it's a pattern interrupter for them. Okay. So you'll say, "Hey, I hear you." Now, just so I understand, what specifically are you comparing my commission rate to? Very different than saying, "Well, what are you comparing my commission rate to?" Do you understand? Yeah. how pre-framing is so important. Okay, I can get into a rabbit hole on this. So this helps out because instead of being defensive, you're showing interest and understanding the prospect's concern. Okay, which can uncover whether they've been misinformed or maybe they have unrealistic expectations. Okay, so I'll give you my notes. It's a Google sheet. I'll send that to you guys. All right. These are what separate you from all the just the rookies or just the newbies, the inexperienced guys. You're in a sales role. You're in a sales position in your company, and the faster you realize that, the more successful you'll be. If you don't, if you try to, guys, I read a study. Over 80% of real estate agents never had sales training before, and they don't come from sales backgrounds. And that's probably another reason why agents suck. They do. They're not good with people. Like a big problem with real estate is realtors. Like they're not the nicest. They don't speak in a way that makes, especially here in South Florida. Like, dude, really? How are you? How are you in business? This is crazy how you talk like this, right? But it's not their fault. They need to learn how to do this. So this is why I want to coach you guys, right? This is the type of coaching we do. And in fact, if you're ever interested in coaching, also just shoot me a text as well. We came out with a new product this year, so you know, it's 97 bucks a month. One of our best. It's amazing what we've done. So if that's interesting to you as well, just shoot me a text. But this is the type of coaching you get to learn to see how to respond, what to say, because you and I can say the same script, but if we say it in a different way, I'll probably outproduce someone that doesn't have any sales experience, right? Of course I will. Because haven't you noticed you can say the same script, but then you sound different? You can say the same thing, but you sound different. So imagine if you have 10 conversations and you only have one good one, you probably won't prospect much. But if you have five good conversations or seven, you're going to have a more pleasurable experience. Your brain's going to associate that with more pleasure, which neurologically, you're going to prospect more, right? So there's a lot to this. It's not just a matter of closing deals. No. Like, yes, your closing percentages go up. My closing percentages went up from 20, I was doing 20% maybe on high ticket closings for me selling my coaching program. And I went up from 20 to like 55, maybe 60. So 246, I 3x, I 3x my conversion rate, right? What would 3x mean to your business? Easily. Okay. So that's why if you can have better conversations, not just more conversations, this is going to be a game changer for you guys, big time. All right. So just shoot me a text if you guys want that information. Also, tomorrow we have a training where I'm going to go over how to build self-discipline. So if you want to learn, I'm putting the link here, or just shoot me a text and go, "Hey Andy, send me that link to the webinar you're doing tomorrow." Just let me know. And I'll shoot you a link. Just text me, actually, guys. Just text me, so much faster. Just shoot me a text and then say, "Hey Andy, what's that master class you were talking about?" It's about self-discipline. So you guys know. Teaching you how to build self-discipline. John, that's awesome. You learned that from your first marriage, right? Yeah, exactly. If you don't absorb the comment, if you don't absorb the complaining, then they're gonna think that you're not listening. So it's crazy. That's it, guys. So tomorrow's our training at 12 o'clock on Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. On my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday. Woo! Turning 44. So I'll be doing a training tomorrow because that's how much I love you guys. And we're going to go over how to build self-discipline and how to hold yourself accountable and build accountability. Because in 2025, if you don't build accountability, you are going to get destroyed. Okay, flat out. All right. So that's it, guys. And remember, next week, same thing. We go into the rabbit hole. We make phone calls together. We do training like this, coaching. You get content, guys, that no one else gets. That's free. Like we get this type of content in our coaching. This is not the content that we give out for free. So come in here, guys, every week and just come in here, ask questions. Some weeks we make phone calls live. Sometimes I do coaching live like this, and we get deep into the trenches. All right, guys? So I love you all so much. Thank you all. John, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I love you guys. Sharky, hey, what's up? Haven't seen that name in a while. All right, guys. So yeah, guys, shoot me a text. I'm not gonna email you anything. Shoot me a text and then I'll text you back. Okay, guys? So I'm not gonna email you. Don't send me your emails. I'm getting people emails. No, no. Shoot me a text. I'll send you a link and then you can download those scripts and get them all for you. All right, guys. I love you all so much. Bye now.